Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Beauty Hour. My name is Selenium. Today, I'm going to share with all of you how to select the right facial mask. Okay, so I'm sure, I hope all of you have eaten your lunch or are going to eat your lunch, or maybe you are in the midst of eating your lunch. Okay, no matter what, I do not know whether you are currently wearing a mask right now, but I think never has there before that this word is everywhere in our life, right? Yeah. In fact, in the past, we don't really have masks at home, except new skin masks, okay? But now I have all sorts of masks at home, and I'd like to share with you this joke, okay? The Chinese word says, wearing mask is really important. Why? Because you see that when you wear a mask, this lady looks so sweet and cute, right? But when she removed the mask, oh, okay. She actually has quite the double chin and all that, right? So, okay, anyway, this is just a joke. But it's to remind us that, yeah, wearing surgical mask is important, but at the end of the day, we've got to remove our mask, and who is going to see it most often is ourselves. And if we look good, I think our day is going to be very good as well, right? And also, whether you are at home facing your husband, your wife, or whether you'll be facing your boyfriend, girlfriend, or your employers, or future potential boss that's going to interview you, or maybe you need to face your clients. I think everybody wants to look good. Okay, so whether good time, bad time, we all need to really take good care of our skin. And I hope that today's session can help all of you to be able to have a better understanding how to choose the right mask. Okay, so just to share with you how I look like, for those of you who seen me for the first time, I got to know new skin about like when I was in my early 30s. So at that time, I don't really know how to take care of my skin. And you can see that I don't even shave my eyebrow, you know. Yeah, so I just use any brand. I use a mixture of international so-called branded products. But at the end of it, I didn't have good skin. I was having a lot of breakout problem. I didn't know why. I tried to find beauticians. I tried to find even seek doctors' help, but the solution they gave me didn't really help me solve my problem until I met new skin. So I'm very, very grateful that after 19 years using the products and with this company, a couple of years ago, I think that's about 3 years ago, I was being invited by the company to be a poster girl. Okay, they selected some people to be the poster girl for one of the products called Age Lock Me. Yeah, so can you imagine, I was close to 50 years old that time, I think about 47, 48. At that age, most of the ladies will be like, we call aunties, right? But because of new skin, because of the products I've been using for many years, I have the privilege to be able to at least still look quite good. Okay? Yeah, so if we take good care of our skin, we can still look good and young even when we reach a certain age. Okay? That's what we call, say about preserving youth, and we can really age gracefully. Okay, so do we really need a facial mask? Yes, if you want to look good lah, okay? All right, so let's see what are the reasons. Okay, 5 top reasons why we need to use facial mask. Number 1, deep cleansing. Okay, nowadays we're staying so much at home. May I ask you, besides sweeping your home, do you vacuum it? Maybe some people will vacuum it every day, okay? The same goes for the cars, for the guys that don't do housework. Let's say you have a car. You may wash your car regularly, but once in a while you will really do a deep cleansing, right? With the vacuum cleaner, you really suck out all the dirt in the hard to reach area. Similarly for our skin, because every day, whether we go out or we don't go out, there are impurities that get stuck deep beneath. So we need to do a deep cleansing regularly, preferably once or twice a week. Similarly, the pores are also clogged sometimes because we have the dead skin cells, and sometimes there could be bacteria trapped beneath. So especially for those people who tends to have breakout problem, it is definitely all the bacteria growing under your pores, and you really need to use cleansing mask to unclog them. Okay, and then after you do all the cleaning, just like the car, you want to do a nice polishing so that your car looks good and new and radiant, right? Yeah, so similarly for our skin, we don't just do the cleansing, but if we want to keep the youth, we need to have hydrated skin. Okay, hydration is just so important. When the skin is hydrated, you look younger, you have less fine lines, and for the ladies, it's so much easier for you to put on makeup. Okay, and then definitely you move one step further if you want not only just hydrated, you want glowing skin. You know, I have seen some people that are so regular using masks that their face, I would use the word to describe them. It looks like a mirror. Have you ever seen some people, the face really glows so well, you can actually treat it like a mirror? Of course, I'm exaggerating, but what I'm saying that when you read, these are the people that really use the mask, especially the new skin mask. Okay, these are the new skin people I knew. It's just so glowing, and people just attracted to you. It's like, wow, you just look so young and bright. Okay, and finally, when you do put on the facial mask, is to relax. Okay, it's a relaxing that 20 minutes or so is a me time. Okay, no one should disturb you, and you let people know that don't disturb me. All right, and don't you think after we work so hard, we should have some me time regularly, at least once a week? All right, so I hope that these 5 reasons will help you to see that it is really important to use facial masks. All right, so. And but how do we choose the right kind of mask? Okay, I do not know whether you have read, but once in a while we will see reports about certain masks from certain countries or wherever have been found to contain harmful ingredients. Can you imagine? Yeah, it is because this kind of product is not so regulated. It's not like medicine. So there are some unscrupulous manufacturers that sometimes they would just put in some ingredients that would let you look radiant and bright temporary, but they don't really solve your skin problem. And if you use it for long term, it is very detrimental to our health, because whatever you put on the skin, your body get absorbed double. And that is a study done by the University of Pittsburgh is that it's actually double that. The harmful ingredient will double that through drinking or eating, because it doesn't go through your liver. It just goes directly into your body. So we all better select companies that have good philosophy, good product philosophy, that make sure it is very, very safe. Because sometimes we may not know how to read all the ingredients, and sometimes they put in the harmful ingredient, they don't even list it. So don't bother to read all the ingredients. Just stick and find a good company that really has the philosophy to guarantee you they will only give you all of the good, none of the bad. Okay? And that's how I get acquainted with this company 19 years ago, after I realized that back in America, okay, it's American-based companies, more than 34 years, 36 years, sorry. They're set up in 1984. So right from day one, their philosophy is all of the good, none of the bad. So for an American company to speak that, you think that is easy? Do you know how many competitors would want to get something bad from their ingredient and say, hey, there's an ant, and say, hey, this ingredient is bad for the skin. Okay, but for 30 over years, this company has stand strong, and no one can really take that sentence and say that they are lying. All right, so I am very proud to be associated with them, and I've used it, and within a couple of months, my skin problem was totally gone. All right, and one of the philosophy and one of the reasons why I love this product so much, this brand so much, is because they do really make sure that they don't contain all this alcohol, alkaline soap, mineral oil, and the moisturizer, or fluorescent agent that is very, very common in products that make your skin glow, right? And they are one of the first few companies who list all the ingredients on their labels, and till today they still do. Back in those days in the 80s, no one really lists everything out. They will just list a few, the good ones. The bad ones they don't list. Okay, but nowadays more and more companies have to list that. Okay, so what type of masks we have? There's so many, right? Okay, that's why we need a class today. Okay, for those of you who are already in the New Skin family, okay, whether you're from Singapore, Malaysia, or where else, depends on where you come from, but I'm sure you can find a majority of these masks available in your country. So now I just go into what kind of skin, what kind of mask you should use more, and how to go about using it. Okay, for example, you have congested pores that needs deep cleansing. Congested pores meaning you just see that the pores are not clean. It's like you have blackheads, you have whiteheads, you have pimples, you have things growing out. All right, so if you have all these extra things that's living on your skin, you need good cleansing, and you must do it at least twice a week. Okay, once is not enough, twice a week. Okay, so we have two kinds of deep cleansing masks. The first is Epic, okay, not Epoch, Epic. It's an ethnobotanical series that actually uses indigenous natives, age-old wisdom. And it's these people, okay, for this marine mud, our scientists found that in the Northwest America, near the Canada area, the natives are actually playing with a kind of mud from the glacial mountains, and their skin that touch the mud is so smooth, so nice. But not the face. The face is very dry because it's very cold weather. Okay, very dry. So what's the secret of having the beautiful skin they have on the hands that's such a contrast with the face? Is this mud because it has a lot of minerals that's very good for the skin. All right. So, and it can actually penetrate up to like 4 layers deep within your skin. So it's very, very strong. I call it the vacuum suction for your face. It can really suck out a lot of things. And so very good for deep cleansing, exfoliating, rejuvenating, and detoxing. Okay. For all kinds of skin type, except maybe if you're having an outburst of pimples or acne skin, probably you may want to use it only when it subsides, because it's going to draw out more of it. Okay, and you may not like to have so much of the detox process going on. All right. So if you have a lot of pimples still bursting out right now, then I would recommend a slightly more gentle one that's called the clay pack. The clay pack deep cleansing mask is more gentle. It absorb about go deep into like 2 layers of the skin, because it has a surface called it has a layer of the moisturizers on the surface. A lot of moisturizers like the aloe vera, NAPCA. So it uses a kaolin clay. It's a kind of clay. All right. So when you put on, then yeah, it will draw make your very oily surface not so oily. Okay. So I love to use this because it's a soft mask. I can move and talk still. Whereas the marine mud is a very hard one. But a lot of guys love the marine mud because I think after they use it, they can straight away feel their face gets very light and very clean, right? Squeaky clean. Okay, how do we use them? I have this is the perfect skincare regime. If you could use it, it's perfect, all right? But if, in case you may not have the Lumi Spa, that's fine. You need to clean it. You must clean it first. And if you have a scrub, go ahead, use it because you want to make sure all the dead cells are removed. And then I recommend using the enhancer, which is aloe vera base to protect your skin and to soothe it and condition it before you apply the mask. All right. So of course, some of you just water and then just put it on. I know a lot of guys do that. Okay. But if you want to do the full skincare, the proper step, this is the proper step. And okay, then for the marine mud, you put it on a thick layer, and then about when it changed color and dried up and you can't talk, don't talk, okay? Don't ever talk when you're on the marine mud because you'll get cracked skin, all right? And then you spray with moisture mist, and then you wash it off with lots of water. Do not use sponge to wash off the marine mud because the mud is so fine, it will get caught in the little sponge or your shirt. So don't get it splashed on your shirt as well. Whereas for clay pack, you can use water to brush it off, or you can spray with a bit of mist and you just use water, right? Okay, for marine mud, you may want to actually add in a little bit of cleanser at the end of it to make sure that all the mud are being washed off your face. Okay, because sometimes I see people getting a little bit of mud trapped here, trapped there. If you don't use a cleanser, sometimes it will still be stuck there. Okay, after this, you feel very clean, right? Please remember, always tone it immediately. Okay, and follow up with your regular regime. Okay, so after the marine mud, especially for skin that are slightly more dry, right? I would highly recommend that you should follow up immediately with a hydrating mask. Okay, just now I have said the importance of having hydrated skin is you will really look good. Okay, you will really look good. And also very important, some people, they have pimple, they think that I should not be using anything that is like moisturizing. No, if you have pimples, you have breakout, all the whatever, what you need is not oily stuff. What you need is still good hydration, because when your skin, your cells are hydrated, it can function properly, so your skin look good, and it can flush out also the toxins better. You get it? All right. So whether you are oily skin or dry skin, you need to also use, you need to also keep hydrated, and not like, oh, just leave the face totally squeaky clean and feel good, you know. Yeah. But in terms of the hydrating mask, you may want to choose the right type. Okay, creamy hydrating mask is quite creamy, so it may be more suitable for the normal to dry skin. Okay, more normal to dry skin. For the oily skin, or you have a lot of pimples, this one use sparingly, not so often, right? And there are some other ones that may be also very suitable. Okay, so this is my favorite as well. I used to put them on and then leave it on, walk around, okay, because especially if you live in the temperate places that's so dry, okay, a lot of my China friends, they really use it every day, and you can see that their face is very different from their friends' face who don't use this, because it's so hydrated and so comfortable to use, okay? So the procedure of a creamy hydrating mask is also you clean again, you scrub off all the excess dead cells so that you have a very nice clean face to absorb the best from the mask. Leave it on for about 10 to 20 minutes. You rinse it off. Okay, this one you need to rinse it off. And because you rinse off already, remember, after you rinse off, you always follow by a toner immediately, and then your regular treatment or your moisturizer. Get it? And we have a testimony of Vivian. Recently, she was being selected as one of the superstar, you know, in our AgeLock Expo in Singapore, and I'm so happy for her. Can you see that last time her face is like so dry and had the eczema breakout and lots of problem, and always very itchy. Do you know of people that have eczema problem and they are always having itchy face? Okay, share with them. She uses the creamy hydrating mask with the aloe vera, and I heard that she uses it twice a day. Oh dear, twice a day. She's very hardworking. Okay, so whatever it is, use it regularly, and then it helps to replenish and help her skin nurse it back to normal, right? Okay, and for those in Malaysia, and sometimes in Singapore, we have this waterful mask. This is a new mask from Korea. We know Korea is the country with a lot of beautiful ladies, beautiful men, and awesome Korean dramas, right? Oh, I love the Korean dramas too. Okay, and the ladies are looking forever beautiful. And of course, they are the country that popularized sheet masks. All right, so this is from the Korean new skin, and only a few countries currently now can get hold of it. When I first used it, I was like, oh, I feel like eating it up. You know why? It tastes, no, sorry, it smells like lychee. The mask has such a nice smell. Sorry, I wanted to say taste. And I think the most important thing about this mask is it's good for all faces, all kinds of skin type, whether you are pimple face, whatever face. Okay, you need this. And it has a hyaluronic acid. Okay, this is a very hard word to pronounce. Hyaluronic acid. Do you know how fantastic this ingredient is? And people will actually go for hyaluronic acid injection that costs a few $1,000s. And there are also hyaluronic supplements people take to look good, because it can keep bind the moisture to your skin. Okay, remember, anything that helps your skin retain the moisture help you to look young. Yeah, so, and this mask is 7 kinds of hyaluronic acid. Really, after we used it, there's still so much liquid everywhere inside the package, and then I will apply it generously to whole body. All right. And how do we use it? Again, you clean, you scrub if you can. Okay, for mask, after that you don't wash off. So you should put the toner before the mask. Okay, so remember, only for sheet mask that you don't rinse off. After that, you put the toner first, because toner is always to help your face able to absorb all that you're going to put it on. Okay, and when you put the sheet mask, you put it from top to bottom. All right, and you wait it for 10, 20 minutes. Okay, remember, sheet mask, don't leave overnight. You don't, wow, because it's so precious, I want to let all my face soak up until the whole thing dry. If by the time you take out your mask is dry, mind you, there's a thing called reverse osmosis, meaning if you leave it too long, more than like half an hour, the mask start to dry and it will start to absorb moisture from your face. Okay, so do not leave it more than 30 minutes. Don't be lazy. You really have to time yourself. Around 20 minutes is good. All right, and then you remove it. I know there's still like so much liquid on it, right? I think you can just rub it on the other part of your body. Okay, and we always remove masks from bottom to up. All right, because why? Because you want to leave out. Okay, so you just remember, whatever, if it's like a stick-on mask or whatever mask, when you remove, you will always remove bottom up so that the action is always lifting and not like dragging down. Okay, after the waterproof mask, you follow with your moisturizer or your day cream if you're going out, day cream or sunscreen. For some skin that are more, you may still be nursing maybe some breakout or whatever, you may not want to put too much treatment because the skin may not need so much, so rich for you. Then maybe you put sparingly or you may even skip it. Okay, but it's good to have a moisturizer. Why? The moisturizer will help to seal all the moisture better than if you leave it and walk around, because you feel it's still like quite hydrated, right? But actually, no. You should put it with the cream base or lotion-based moisturizer so that it's sealed in. All right. And now, this is also a very new mask that Singapore have. Malaysia, maybe on and off, they may give it as a free gift or something. Right now, I think we still can't really buy it. All right, but I'll just introduce to you, since today is like an intro course to all the masks we have. It's a mask for lazy people to me. Okay, why lazy people? Because you don't need to rinse it off after that. You just put it on and sleep on it. Okay, so it has a lot of uses. It's good for all skin types. It's very light and gel-like. I think perfect for hot tropical countries in like Singapore, Malaysia, in Southeast Asia. So it, after you use it, you will look bright. You will help to refine the skin. Of course, reduce appearance of wrinkles and basically make your skin looks really like turnover. All right, and yeah, non-sticky. So yeah, I apply it. In fact, whenever sometimes I have no time to put other kind of mask, I will just apply this and sleep on it. You don't need to be afraid that you will make your pillow sticky or dirty, okay? Because it's just so lightweight and very, very refreshing. Promotes better sleep, okay? Because your skin get a really good rest. Yeah, and how to use it? Because this thing is leave on. Of course, you also put the toner. You clean and you tone, and you just apply. So for some people, your skin, for some skin, you may not need the moisturizer before you apply it. But whatever it is, this is the last step of your skincare regime. Okay, it's the last. You leave it on at the end, and then you don't need to wash it off. Okay, you can use daily. Okay, it's safe to use daily or 3 times a week. This is my testimonial. Okay, I had this because I didn't realize it until my makeup artist, because before the lockdown and all this, we used to have a lot of functions. So I do put on makeup, heavy makeup, and sometimes we have late night meetings, and the next morning we have to wake up very early to put on the makeup. A lot of time, because of lack of sleep and because we wake up very early, the skin is not in the optimum condition. But after I start using the mask, my makeup artist, my regular makeup artist, they say, hey, the skin makeup can glide so much smoother, and it actually stays the whole day. Okay, so for those of you who may be having jobs that's related to makeup, or you need to always put on the makeup for performance or for whatever reason, this will really be the one that help you to have a very nice, not flaky looking face, okay, with the powder. You know what I mean, when you put on the pressed powder and then it's like, in Chinese we call it jita, so not Chinese, that's Hokkien. Right, it's patchy, not nice, it's like doesn't absorb. But when you have this on, you'll find that it will just glide very well. All right, so this is really for the lazy people that have lack of sleep but still wants to look good the next day. This is the answer. All right, so good, right? And then we have another very special mask that's for very tired and stressed out skin. Okay, sometimes the skin is so tired looking. Have you ever had that instance before? And this is called the recovery mask, Celtrix recovery mask. It has the ingredient shea butter. And we know by cell tracks that it is one of our products that's very, very good for recovering, repairing our skin. It supports the skin's, our skin will actually repair itself naturally. And it has ingredients that support it so that we repair ourselves. It's very good, especially if there are some people that have sensitive skin issues or sensitivity breakout. Oh, you put this on, you'll find it so soothing. Okay, so for some people, you need the soothing touch. This is it. And we have Ming Fang. Okay, Ming Fang, one of our COE friend. She has some allergy after she ate some seafood. And after she tried this cell track mask for a couple of days, she found that, hey, that irritation, the red lumps are actually subsided so well, right? So this is one of the great use for this recovery mask. So how do we use it? Same for all sheet masks. After cleansing, toner first. Remember, toner first because you don't need to rinse off after that. Then you put on, after about like 20 minutes, you peel it off, then you rub it, and then followed by your usual moisturizer or whatever, okay? And then if you have a dull skin, or you want brighter skin, not necessarily dull. I think my skin not so dull, but last night I used this and oh, I just love it in the morning. I find that it can really, really brighten up your face, immediately after you used it. I love it so much, and your hand also brighten up totally, you know. Yeah, so this is one of the newest masks we have. If you want to be Snow White, this is the mask, Snow White mask. Okay, niacinamide, wow, all these ingredients that's so important for the skin. It's a kind of vitamin B, okay? One of the key ingredients, niacinamide, okay? One of the vitamin B that is very good for skin health. So same for sheet mask, same thing. Okay, so after toner, put it on, rub it. After that, you can follow up with the rest of your moisturizer. Okay, then one last mask is called, this is one of the oldest masks we have. Facelift. I wonder how many of you use facelift. Can I have a show if any of you use facelift? Oh, really? Fortune. Yeah. I think some people, our newer generation maybe do not know this because you already use all the high-tech galvanic spa that like you can do it in 5 minutes to leave your face, right? Yeah, when you can leave your face in 5 minutes, well, you want to take half an hour. But I come from the old school. This is the mask that New Skin has more than 30 years ago. Okay. And can you believe it? Till today, they're still selling it because New Skin is always innovation. They have what people don't have in the industry. 30 over years ago, nobody has this kind of non-Botox, or they call Botox in a bottle, non-surgical Botox, okay? You don't need to go for a real surgery to leave your face, but you can do it at home. So simple, just apply, and then you lie down for like 30 minutes, you rinse it off, and then your face is lifted immediately. I still love it. I do it every Sunday, okay? Because I love the feeling of my skin and my hand, you know, after I wash it off. Okay, so instant lift, all right, instant lift. And you can really see that it really tightens up because it uses the acacia powder, or in Singapore, we have the original formula. It's a bit more tightening. Singapore formula is egg white. You know egg white, right? People apply egg white. Okay, but if you every time use the egg white, it's very troublesome. So this one is in the bottle. You can use like 20 times. It's quite a reasonable price, you know, to lift your face compared to the high amount you pay and the risk you have in using Botox or surgery. All right, how do we use it? I recommend you should have the NAPCN mist with it. The cap is the perfect way to measure a cap of powder with a cap of activator. But I usually use slightly less activator so that I can have a more thick lotion. You mix them together, and then you apply with a brush, a face brush, in to out. Okay, inward to outward. Chinese is 由下往上，由内往外. Okay, so basically it's just outward lah, because you want to lift your face, right? Don't point downwards. Okay, always pull, just apply outwards, and then the eye area this way, a turn. Okay, and then the forehead is upward. Only the nose you go downwards, okay, because you don't want your nose also point out, right? So the nose you go down, the rest is going up. Okay, just apply this way, and then you lie down. If you can, put your leg up, prop my leg up on the pillow, and I put my alarm clock, and listen to some nice music and rest for 30 minutes. When you can feel it dry up, and really tighten. And then 30 minutes up, then you take the spray and spray with lots of water, then you can wash it off easily. Because if you don't spray it, then you find it just stick to your face. It's very hard to remove. Okay, so I hope those of you who are game enough to try out this, since if everybody have a lot of time at home to have a very, I would say a very cheap way to leave your face, right? And I just love it. Okay, so a summary for all the masks we have, all right? Quite a lot, right? Maybe you just screenshot this if you love to try all of them. You can actually try all of them, but not on the same day, right? So for me, it's like every day I have the governing spa, or I will use a mask. So I think those of you will see me after the CBA or the lockdown, you will see my face really, really improve. Okay, so yeah. So we have a lot of the moisturizing with different style, with sheet mask, with creamy base, or the sleeping type for those of you for the moisturizing. And I do recommend everyone should do at least a moisturizing mask once a week if you want to keep your moisture there and keep your youth. Okay, the rest like whitening or lifting, this will be for individual preference. Okay, but deep cleansing mask is a must for everyone, man or woman, and the moisturizing is also a must. Okay, the rest is up to your own individual preference and needs. Okay, so I encourage all of you to have a fun time, post photo of it. You see our Sandy Tillerson, one of the founders of New Skin. She looks so cool, right? With the that's a new mask, Energize. It's to be used with the Galvanic Spa. Okay, and yeah, be creative, share the photos, and I hope to see more of you getting prettier, radiant, and really, really looking good after the whole thing. All right, so see you, and that's all my sharing for today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Selenium, for your wonderful, awesome, super duper sharing. I definitely now know which mask to choose for myself and on which occasion to use it for. I'm also sure that all of you have liked what you have learned today, and I'm very happy to share with you that we have a next session coming up where our anti-aging consultant, Wendy Kia, will be sharing with us in our health hour on Live Pack on 27 May 2020 at the same time today at 12:30 to 1 p.m. Okay, so in this case, please take note of the time and the date and dial in, and I'll see you soon. My name is Walter. Have a good day. Bye-bye.